Good morning, Kimberly McAlindin here. I am putting together another little tutorial about short rows in crochet. In the new crochet accessories put out by Interweave Crochet. It's the new one. This is the cover. And I have a shawl design in there called the Seafoam shawl. Here it is. Yay! This is a very, very quick project. I have been getting some questions about the short row shaping in the pattern, and so I'm going to show you how to do that now. Here is the bottom part, the lace part of the shawl, and it is, I've completed that, and then I have also, the first row, I've done 2 rows of seed stitch pattern, and then on the 3rd row it tells you in the pattern to complete 50 single crochet, and you're not supposed to count the chain 1 spaces. So I have completed that here, and when you're working on this, you're going to complete, you're going to count each single crochet that you work without counting the chain 1 spaces. So here I am over here, and I'm up to 50 single crochet. Here's my single crochet here. And then the pattern states to chain 1 and slip stitch in the next chain 1 space. Well, you can see the chain 1 space is right here, and we're going to slip stitch in that space. A little side note about short row shaping. Short row shaping is exactly that. It's completing shorter rows than what your pattern has for a row. So let's, this is, as you can tell, it's very long. And what you're going to do is you're going to work up until a certain point. You're going to then work a little bit. You're going to turn your work a little bit more. So a short row. Turn, work a little bit more. And so each row during the short row shaping is going to get a little bit longer until you've done the entire length of your project. So I have chained 1 and slip stitched in the next chain 1 space. Now I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to turn. May I suggest that you don't do this at a wrestling match or while you're watching a really great show on television. You really need to sit and figure out how to do these. It's 5 little steps to learn, and then you can go about your day and crochet while you're in line at the bank and so forth. So we're going to skip the slip stitch. I'm going to move this out of the way. Skip the slip stitch, which is right here. It almost looks like a little single crochet. So just, you're going to skip what you just did. Here is the chain 1 from before. You're going to single crochet in the chain 1 space. Chain 1, and you're going to do that 5 times. Now notice in the pattern notes that it says single crochet in the next chain 1 space and chain 1, and those are in brackets. So when you're finished with this little part, you're going to end with a chain 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've ended with a chain 1. Then the pattern says slip stitch in the next chain 1 space. So I'm slip stitching, chain 1, and turn. So we turn our work again. Now we're going to skip the slip stitch, skip what you just did, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 1 5 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget to end with a chain 1. It says, now it's giving you a little bit of instruction. It says single crochet in the next chain 1 space, and that chain 1 space is the same as the slip stitch from the previous row. So you get here and you kind of see it's a little fiddly. There's, you know, it feels a little funny. You can kind of feel where that slip stitch is. So the pattern and I want you to single crochet in that space. So you have the little slip stitch that kind of pulls itself over to the edge of the chain 1 space, and now you're going to have a single crochet in there. Now there's another set of instructions in the bracket, and it says to chain 1, single crochet in next chain 1 space 2 times. Now notice in these brackets that you're going to end with a single crochet, not a chain 1. Let's keep our wits about us here and pay attention. So you're going to single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. All right. So we have, now let me look over my pattern and see. So it says, I did the 5 times, then it says to single crochet in the next chain 1 space, which is the same as the slip stitch that you did, chain 1, single crochet in next chain 1 space twice, 1, 2. Oh, why did I put that? Why did I do that chain 1? That's not what the pattern tells me to do, right? Okay, so now the pattern says, oh, I want you to chain 1 and slip stitch into the next chain 1 space. Chain 1 and turn. Are you starting to get a feel? I know, you're all so smart. Okay, so it says skip the slip stitch. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 1 8 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry guys, 7, 8. Single crochet in the next chain 1 space, which is the same as the slip stitch from the previous row. Chain 1, single crochet in the next chain 1 space 2 times. 1, 2. Chain 1, slip stitch in the next chain 1 space. Now, look at your pattern and you can see there's an asterisk. So you know you're going to have to go back to that spot, so let's pay attention. So then it says to chain 1 and turn. A lot of turning in these little short rows. We're going to skip the slip stitch. That sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Single crochet in the next chain 1 space. Chain 1 11 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now I'm here where I feel this little fiddly part with my fingers. Feel free also to stick a stitch marker right here, if that would help you, so that you don't have to keep counting when you're going back and forth if your fingers aren't going to feel it, or when you're first starting to do it. So now we're going to single crochet in the chain one space, chain one, single crochet in the next chain one space twice, chain one, and slip stitch. Now you can see how it's bigger in the center. See how there's more rows in the center than when you get out here. And that's what's going to happen, so that the center of your shawl, or people are calling it a scarf. I don't care, I love it, is going to be wider than the rest. And it kind of gives you a crescent shape. And as you can see in the magazine, there's lots of different ways to wear it. And I'm just so excited that they did that. Okay, so now it says to repeat from the asterisk or the star until all stitches have been worked, increasing the number of single crochet in each row by 3. So you noticed we did it 8 times, then we did it 11. Now we're going to do it there'll be 14 single crochet and 17, and so each row is going to get longer and longer. But it does go by very quickly, and it's a good thing because I have to have this done for my teacher, my daughter's teacher tomorrow. Anyway, when you're blocking it, there are several ways you can do it. You can, this actually happens to be cashmere, lucky teacher, I know. But I'm going to pin it because I don't have time. I'm going to pin it and steam it. You also can wet block it. You can use your blocking wires. And feel free, here's the bottom lace. You can make it very dramatic as a point. You can make it a little more rounded so that it kind of has that pineapple feel. If you were to do a point like this, you would put a pin in here and let it come to a point. I may just lay mine and just let it be what it wants to be. So I hope that this helps some people with questions. And if I didn't answer all of your questions, please feel free to contact me, McAlindin@yahoo.com. Thank you.